I need to know if I'm being gaslighted or if the IQ of people on Twitter is so friggin' low that they just can't understand common statements anymore. Because I gotta wonder, is it me? Is it? It's possible it's me. So I'm seeing this video that appears to be a promotional material for Andrew Tate. Like, this is to raise his PR. It's very professionally made. The way the camera moves, everything seems to be choreographed, right? Like the way he picks his coffee. And then it zooms in on his wealth and his watches. Right? And a lot of people are saying, oh my god, this is cringe. To which I agree. Yeah, like in Romania, we actually have a name to describe what Andrew Tate is showing. We call it a cocalar. It kind of translates to douchebag, but it's not really like that. Like a cocalar is kind of like a way of being, you know? It's a certain style, if you will, which is not necessarily something to be admired. But anyway, right, like my point is like, yeah, no, I agree that it is cringe. But I want to analyze, even though it's cringe, right? Even though I personally don't like it, there are millions of other people that do. And this is where the disconnect happens, because the moment you say anything positive about the persona non grata, they assume that you must like the person. Like this binary logic where the world is devoid of context, there are no shades of gray, you can't make accurate statements anymore, you can't just like look at something and analyze and be like, okay, I personally don't like this, I have many other reasons not to like it, but since so many people do, I want to find out why. And not in order to condemn or to cast moral judgment, but basically just to understand the world. Like to understand, why do so many people like Andrew Tate? And so, the thing that I reached, you know, the conclusion that I came to, is that when I was growing up, there were a lot of action heroes. Like, you had Van Damme, you had Arnold Schwarzenegger, you had Bruce Lee, you had Jackie Chan. Like you had a lot of role models for young men that they could watch. And none of them were flaunting their wealth. None of them were, you know, showing how many bitches they have. Like, none of them were doing that. But they existed, right? And they were creating entertainment and a lot of wholesome content. And a generation grew up with those as role model. Like, I remember when I was going to high school and, you know, a new Van Damme movie came out. Like, a lot of my fellow classmates would go, they would see the movie, and they would admire Van Damme. They would admire his acting. You know, you would then go and give an interview, and they would look at it, and they would admire it. They basically wanted to be like him. Not necessarily like jacked and ripped, but like to have the discipline, to have the wealth, to have the connections, to have the charisma, to have like all of that, right? So like that is when I was growing up. But like now there are no more role models. There are no more action heroes. There are no more other people that display masculinity. And so the only thing left is Andrew Tate. And what people got from my saying, like what people got from it is that I'm comparing Andrew Tate with Van Damme and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's like, in what fucking world? Like, please, I beg you, tell me you're trolling. Like, tell me you just want to say some dumb shit to get a reaction out of me because it's working and then congratulations. But please don't tell me you're actually genuine. Like, you actually listened to that and you thought that I like Andrew Tate and I feel like defending him and comparing him with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other action heroes of the 90s. Like, please tell me that the mother of stupid people isn't always pregnant, you know? Because, like, this is what people got from Twitter. They got that I'm defending Andrew Tate. It's like, look, if I wanted to defend him, I would just do it unequivocally and publicly. I have no shame. In fact, I don't defend a human being, right? Like, it's based on context. You know, I don't defend, like, the person. I analyze what the person is saying and doing. Like, if Andrew Tate says, you should spend more time in the gym and train yourself, because that's healthy. I'm like, yeah, sure, I mean, of course, right? If he sends a strawberry emoji to a 16-year-old girl that is the daughter of someone from the Social Democrats, then I don't defend that. It's, right? Like it's contextual based. Like, certain things as arguments, as ideas, can be promoted regardless where they're coming from. Other ideas should be suppressed regardless where they're coming from. But what I'm noticing is that people are lacking critical thinking. They can't do that anymore. Like, they just cannot analyze a phenomenon in a way to describe the world, and not to judge it, to condemn it, or to accept it, but just say, okay, this is a guy that does certain things that I personally don't like. You know, I don't think it's a good role model to be one man that sleeps around with many women, isn't married, and is trying to get other boys to copy him, to emulate him, right? I don't like that. Okay, fine, you don't. But like millions of other people do. And so you as a human being with a functioning brain should be able to at least try and understand why that is. Like if someone asks you, why are people liking Andrew Tate? You should be able to say, well, because I think such and such. And then you have people nitpicking, saying that, no, Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually like Andrew Tate. And I actually have more respect for these people now. I have more respect for them because at least they have a little bit more IQ to understand what the conversation is about, even though they're wrong. So yeah, like in the past, Arnold Schwarzenegger did show himself working out. And you can see Arnold here, showing how he was at the gym and how he is struggling, weightlifting, and it's kind of like a difficult journey, like he's climbing a mountain, right? Like he's not just sitting there showing off, smoking a cigar. It's like, look how fucking awesome I am. Even though it's also about weightlifting, even though it's like the same vibe, the difference is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is showing the sweat and pain that he has in order to get there. While in the previous video of Andrew Tate, he's just showing off his mansion, he's showing off his gold watches, he's showing off his muscles, right? Like one is a video of vanity, the other is a video of hard work and effort. It's like, if you want to be like me, like look how much you have to work in order to get to this level. Like not every person on earth can get to this level. It's very difficult, right? So even though, yeah, they're both lifting weights, they're both muscular, they're both rich, you need to analyze deeper. Like, you need to look deeper than the surface. You need to start looking at what the video is promoting and understand why are people saying that it's not the same. Anyway, I'm actually really curious to see what you guys have to say, because I'm genuinely interested in this argument. And it seems that I can't have it on Twitter because most of the people are like, you're comparing... So what you're saying is that you're comparing Andrew Tate with Sylvester Stallone. It's like, well, what else can I say at that point? Like, is there anything that can come up from my mouth which is going to make that person understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, life on Twitter is very difficult. I hope it's just because people are trying to be antagonistic for the algorithm, and it's not that they can't understand simple syntax. Because if that's the case, holy fucking shit. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.